Hello everyone, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at which swing states are shifting to the left or trending to the right. And we're just going to be going over the swing states. We're not going to be going over every single state because that's going to take a long time. So we're going to be focusing on the swing states and seeing which swing states are trending more Republican, or shifting more to the left. And to get a little bit of a view to see what's to come in the near future of these battleground states. If I fill states in purple, that's gonna mean no change in difference. So basically, if I fill state in purple, that means that the state hasn't really changed much at all, and it's not really shifting left or right. So basically, no change at all. So first, let's start off with Nevada. Nevada, I am actually going to fill it in purple, and the reason why is because it really hasn't changed at all since these past recent years. In 2016 election, it went to Hillary Clinton by about 2%. And then in the 2020 election, it went to Joe Biden by about 2%. So in the past few elections, I would say past 3 elections actually, it's been around the same margin. Hillary Clinton won it by about 2%. Joe Biden won it by about 2%. It's been going to Democratic candidates, but by around the same margin. So it's not really changing. I really wouldn't see this change. But if I had to pick one, if I had to pick trending left or right, I would pick slightly to the right, but it's clear, it's really clear that the state of Nevada isn't really changing at all. But yeah, you could arguably say it is trending to the right because it is slowly, but it's gonna take time. That's for sure. It's really gonna take time. And by the way, if the darker the color is, then that's how much it is trending right. So if it's like a super light blue, like this tilt right here, then it's slightly trending to the right. So tilt. So the lightest color is slightly, and then the darkest color is it's heavily trending to the left or right. And same with the Republican. So now we're gonna move on to Arizona. We just got done Nevada. So Arizona, I think Arizona, it's between purple and blue. It's definitely not red, but it's between purple and blue. So I see Nevada kind of not really changing at all, but I'm gonna fill in blue, slightly blue. I think Arizona is barely and slowly shifting blue, and it really is. If you take a look at the past elections, if you take a look at 08, Mitt Romney won it, I believe so let's go back to John McCain. John McCain won it by 11%. And then after John McCain, it was Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney won it by 7%. So it went down. It went down 4%. So from 11% with McCain to 7% with Mitt Romney. And then with Donald Trump, it went down from 11 to 7 to 3%. Trump won it back in 2016 by 3%. And now in 2020, it actually flipped from red to blue. So it is shifting to the left, and that's true. In fact, I actually kind of want to make this a darker blue, but I'm going to leave it at that for now. Or should I make it a darker blue? I'm going to make it a darker blue. It really is shifting to the left. It is. Because in the recent elections, Republicans candidates kept having smaller margins. From McCain, he won it by 11%. Mitt Romney won it by 7%. As you see, it's going down the line. And then Trump won it by 3%, and then Trump lost it again in the 2020 election. So as you can see, Arizona in the past few elections has been going down from Republican candidates, and Biden just recently flipped it. But I wouldn't say he flipped it by a lot. He only flipped it by 0.4%. So, it's still up for grabs, and it is up for grabs. In fact, I think Donald Trump will take it back in 2024 if he does go up against Biden. But that's a different story. But other than that, Arizona, yes, it is shifting left. And by the way, I forgot to mention this, but we're gonna be seeing the reasons why each state is shifting left. So Arizona, the reason why it's shifting left is because of immigration, the migrant surge at the U.S.-Mexican border. So what these Democrats want is they want to open up the borders so these illegal immigrants can come in and vote Democrat. So that way they can get more votes. That's the main reason why they're opening up the borders. They don't really care about these illegal immigrants. They just want to control them, take advantage of them, and make them vote blue. Because this is why, like Joe Biden and these other Democrats in the White House want from the U.S.-Mexican border. They want to open it so these illegal immigrants can come in and vote blue. And that's what's making the southern states go bluer besides Florida. Count Florida out. Texas and Arizona. Those two states are shifting bluer. And the reason why is because of these Democrats in the White House opening up the border so that way these illegal immigrants can come in and vote blue. They just want the votes. That's all. They don't really care about these illegal immigrants, and they just want to take advantage of them. So that's the main reason why, is because of immigration. That's the only reason why the South is turning blue, besides Florida, because of immigration. So that's why Arizona's shifting blue. And same with Texas. Now we're going to move on with Texas. Just like I mentioned, they open up the border so these illegal immigrants can vote Democrat, and that's the main reason why. Texas is shifting blue because of immigration. If these borders were secured, and if Trump was president today, Texas will have a less chance of going blue if Trump was in office today because the border would be secured. But since Biden is in office, illegal immigrants are coming in, record number, and they want them to vote Democrat. That's the main thing. So, yeah, a lot of them are voting Democrat anyways. So, yeah, Texas is it's very trending blue. Let's be honest. Texas is actually trending blue by a lot. It's not going to be slightly trending blue. It is, but Texas it takes time. I think Texas will take time to flip. I think Texas will flip in 2032. In my opinion, I think Texas will flip in 2032. 2028, not so much. 2024, definitely not flipping. But I think in 2032, Texas maybe can flip, and that's the truth. It's not going to flip next year. People think. It bothers me. People think Texas is always going to flip. It's not going to flip until like another 10 years from now. Let's be honest. And it's going to flip. It is going to flip. It takes time though. If Democrats keep getting in the White House, they're going to open up the borders and more immigrants will come in and vote blue. And that's what they want. They want Texas to flip blue, so that's why they're opening up the borders. Otherwise, these Democrats don't care about these immigrants. They just want to take advantage of them so they can vote blue, and they just do it for the votes. So yeah, that's why. And now Minnesota. Minnesota is trending blue, and by a lot actually. Yeah, it's trending blue, and the reason why is because BLM. BLM is, in my opinion, and what happened in Minneapolis with this whole George Floyd thing, Dante Wright thing, and Minneapolis is kind of a social city. Minnesota is a social state, I would say. You know, a socialist state. It's like a socialist state. Let's be honest here. I mean. It's kind of Minnesota is they're getting controlled in Minnesota, and BLM is actually what's making Minnesota turn left. And Minnesota is losing population, and they're not losing Democratic population. They're losing Republican population, and the people who move out are mostly Republicans. And Minnesota is turning even more left, not only because of BLM. That's the huge difference though, but Republicans are fleeing Minnesota. Because of the BLM takeover. I call it the BLM takeover. That's what I call it. So, yeah. So, Arizona, the reason why it's shifting left is because of immigration. Same with Texas. Open borders. They want them to vote Democrat. And now Minnesota, the reason why is because of BLM. So, those are the reasons for those states. Now, in Florida. Florida is heavily shifting left very fast. And Democrats basically lost the state. I don't think they can win anymore. That's the truth. And it's shifting... it's shifting to the right. I think I just said left. But it's shifting to the right. Because Donald Trump won it in 2016 by 2%. He won it again in 2020 by 3%. So it's going up by 1%. And I think he's going to win it again. So if Trump runs in 2024, he's most likely winning it by 4% at least. Because he won it in 2016 by 2%. And then he won it in 2020 by 3%. So it's going up by 1%. So if he runs again in 2024, he might win it by 4%. Because it keeps going up by 1%. So that kind of makes sense. And Florida's kind of out of reach for Democrats. I'm pretty sure they lost it. And let's get to the reason why. Let's get to the bottom of this. Why is Florida shifting to the right? I don't know why I keep saying left. I think I said left again. And the reason why is because these Cuban, Hispanic, Venezuelans, and a lot of these Spanish people in Florida are actually voting Republican. And I'm not saying, most Hispanics are actually voting Republican all across the country. No, that's really not true. Just in Florida, the Venezuelans and these people from, I would say, not just in Mexico, but other places too, are actually trending to the right. So that's good. And that's good news for Republicans in Florida. And that's the main reason why. Now, let's go to Georgia, actually. And Georgia is shifting to the left. And the reason why is because Stacey Abrams, mainly, I think she's making the black African American voter turnout very high, and it has skyrocketed because Trump won it in 2016 by 6%. And then in 2020, he obviously lost it from 6% to a flip. That's crazy. That's a huge win for Democrats, but I don't think they're going to win it again. But that's a different story. But yes, it is very shifting to the left, that's for sure. And it's because of BLM, and it's because of the black African American voter turnout. It's very high, and Stacey Abrams is the cause of that. So yeah. Yeah, she got the black people to vote in 2020, that's for sure. 2016, they were kind of hiding, let's be honest. So, and now North Carolina. I think North Carolina is not really changing at all. If I had to pick one, I would pick shifting left slightly, but it's going to take longer than that. There's not really a difference. Trump won in 2016 by 3%, and then he won it again by 2.5%. Or 2%, something like that. I mean, not really much of a difference. So, yeah, no change at all. New Jersey. New Jersey is not really a toss-up state, but the reason why I put New Jersey in is because of the recent governor's race. Their governor almost lost, and that was really a shocker, and it was good for the Republicans. I mean, the Republicans obviously didn't win New Jersey back in November of 2020, but they got it very close, closer than people thought. I thought it was going to go to them by 10 plus, but it went to them by like 1%, 2%, sorry. And New Jersey obviously have shifted to the right because of that race. If it wasn't for that governor's race back in November of 2020, it would be, I wouldn't even discuss this right now. But that race showed that Republicans are in good luck for 2022 midterms. So now Virginia, it's just like New Jersey. I wouldn't be talking about it if it wasn't for that governor's race that Glenn Youngkin won in November of 2020. And that's what turned it around in Virginia. Virginia is officially no longer a comfortable state for the Democrats because they lost it in the governor's race. And the governor's race obviously is different from the presidential election race, but I think Terry McAuliffe turned some Democratic voters off, and they may not even be voting Democrat anymore. You know, that may be a little bit too much to say, but you know, it could be true just for some voters. Terry McAuliffe was a failed candidate, and he really was disgusting to Democratic voters. No one liked him, not even Democrats. And, you know, they can, and that's the big effect. So, yes, Virginia is shifting to the right, and that's for sure. If it wasn't for that race, it would be shifting left. So, yeah. And now, Wisconsin. Let's move on to Wisconsin. Wisconsin, it's between purple and red. I would say it's slightly shifting to the right. I mean, Biden won it in 2020, let's be honest. He did win it. But I might put it purple. Let's put it purple for now. Actually, no, let's put it trending right. Because, Wisconsin is slowly, slightly shifting right. Over the years, it has been going a little bit closer. Some counties have been flipping red. They've been getting, a little bit redder. And Ron Johnson is projected to win the Senate race in 2022. So, it makes sense that it is shifting right, let's be honest. And now in Michigan, in my opinion, is either purple or blue. I'm going to say purple. Michigan isn't really changing as much. No change in difference, I think. And if I had to pick one, it would obviously be trending blue because it is. The Detroit area, actually, some counties are shifting blue. In fact, I might make it blue, but let's keep it at purple for now. Some counties in Michigan are flipping blue, trending blue more if they were already blue. Like the Detroit area, it's shifting more blue, and a lot of these cities are shifting blue. So overall, Michigan is shifting blue. And it just makes sense that it is shifting blue overall. But I'm going to leave it as purple for now. Not really that much of a change, I guess. But Pennsylvania. The last and final state. Actually, put in New Hampshire. I'm going to put New Hampshire as purple. There's no change in difference. So just to get New Hampshire out of the way. But Pennsylvania, I would say it's slightly trending to the right. Slightly. In fact, I might put it as purple. It's definitely not trending blue. But, Biden won it. But I just think, some counties are shifting I'm not going to go take a look at the counties and put this up because that's going to waste time. But you can go take a look for yourselves and see that some counties are trending to the right, and in a lot of these states, and just like in Pennsylvania. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So we have 4 purple states: Nevada, North Carolina, Michigan, and New Hampshire. All of those 4 states have not changed, and there's not really much of a difference. And 4 states have been trending left out of all the swing states. So this is based off of swing states. Arizona, Texas, Georgia, and Minnesota have all shifted towards the left and are trending left. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 states are trending to the right. What states do you think are trending left or right? Do you agree with me that Florida, New Jersey, Virginia are all shifting to the right? And Wisconsin and Pennsylvania are all shifting to the right. And also, do you agree with me that Minnesota, Michigan, Georgia, Texas, and Arizona are all shifting to the left? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let me know your opinions on all this, and let me know what battleground states, what swing states you think are trending left, and what swing states you think are trending right.